Welcome back to Master Your Ash. I'm your host Michael Prisdale, and today I will be smoking the Ezra Zion Punkin Pie and Cream 2022. And this is a really beautiful 7x40 Lancero coming to us from the fine folks over at Ezra Zion. This, I believe, will be the first Ezra Zion that I have smoked on the channel, and it was sent in courtesy of our good buddy Shanti. Thank you, Shantivald. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you for sending in the smoke. Aromas off the cigar. There is a ton of buttercream and kind of milk chocolate off of the actual smoke itself. Let's get it cut up. Beautiful 7x40 Lancero. Buttercream, as well as like a little bit of maple. 61 on the foot is our Humi check. Off the initial lighting, red pepper on the retrohale and on the palate a little bit. That buttercream, brown sugar, and a little bit of leather. I have to double check Ezra Zion's website, but the beauty of Ezra Zion cigars, and like I said, this is the first one that I'm reviewing on the channel, but Ezra Zion does an amazing job of writing different flavor descriptors down for each one of their cigars pretty much, which is awesome. The wrapper is a Nicaraguan Criollo 99. And the binder and the fillers are all kept secret as an undisclosed kind of recipe secret, and that the cigar has binders and fillers that are between 6 and 12 years of aging, which is fantastic. The Lampert that we smoked, that had 7-year binders, and I believe 5-year fillers, or vice versa. Smoking down this wonderful Ezra Zion Punkin Pie and Cream 2022, and so far, this has been a fantastic cigar. Tons of maple. There's this wonderful kind of cedar spice to it. The red pepper has changed more into a white pepper on the retro, and it's white pepper, but it's very tame, very well balanced. It works with the blend so well. The story is about the flavors. There's a ton of creaminess off of this cigar. The Criollo 99, and it's funny because we've had Criollo 98, 99 in both the live stream and a couple of the reviews as of late, so I feel like this wrapper has been is something that I've been very familiar with in the last couple of weeks, so to speak. And this is the same high quality tobacco, and you can taste it, as all of the other cigars that I've mentioned that have had the Criollo 98 and 99 going on. So just fantastic blend composition. Does it taste like a pumpkin pie and cream? I mean, kind of. There's like a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, kind of clove baking spice to it, and then the creaminess, right? And at the end of the day, those are flavors that I commonly associate with pumpkin pie and whipped cream. So, I mean, so far on point with Ezra Zion, you know, and in their flavor notes too, they talk about the uptick, I believe, in creaminess in the second third, and it's definitely there. I tasted it right off the first third, and even, you know, even in the retrohale, I kind of stated that although you don't get a ton of flavors off of it because the foot is partially closed, like there's definitely some apparent creaminess to it. And maybe it's just my sensitivity to the wrapper because, like I said, I've had so many in the last week or two, but so far, so good. Done with the second third on our Pumpkin Pie and Cream from Ezra Zion 2022, and this cigar has been fantastic. So many rich, creamy flavors, and the balance between the pepper. I mean, this is super, it's very impressive to me that the first cigar that I have, or at least the first cigar that I can recall having in a lineup, ends up being a Lancero, and it has this much balance in a Lancero between the great spice notes and the white pepper, red pepper off the initial light, to the baking spices that are present, the dessert confectionery flavors. Everything's working properly. We have maple, we have cedar, we have nutty components. Almost an almond now is what we're getting off this cigar as we get into the final third. And I mean, if this cigar keeps up, I mean, this is one of the best Lanceros that I have had all year, hands down. And I still have a couple of more. I have the let's see. I have the Herrera Esteli Broadleaf Lancero from Willie Herrera that was a limited edition that I have to smoke. I have the Villiger Miami that I still have to smoke in Lancero. So we have quite a few, and it's nice that now we're getting into the smaller format, the smaller ring gauge sticks, and there's going to be some competition for that best of 2022 list, because once again, I'm going to chop it between 54 and above and then below 54 in the ring gauge and kind of give a large class and a small class, and then we'll have them square off at the end is what I'm imagining the best cigars of 2022 is going to be as far as my list goes. Pairings that I would recommend with this cigar. So although it is called the Pumpkin Pie and Cream, And there are subtle hints of pumpkin that I feel like one could expect to taste in this cigar. There really isn't a ton of actual pumpkin to it, right? It's not a flavor-infused cigar. It is designed to give you the idea of a confectionery dessert like pumpkin pie and cream and the flavors that you would get off of that. And I hope that in the first third and the second third, the flavors that I described, the cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, the white pepper, red pepper, the almond, the nutty components, all of those flavors, right, are flavors that you would associate during your consumption of a pumpkin pie style dessert with some whipped cream on it, as I stated before. It is not infused with pumpkin. It does not taste like pumpkin specifically. So when pairing, you're, yes, going to pair flavors that do coincide with pumpkin, but you don't have to overtly feel as though that you have to have something that complements pumpkin. Pumpkin as a flavor with the cigar would go tremendously well, right? So you could do pumpkin pina coladas, you could do pumpkin flavored beverages and infused spirits like the Bailey's pumpkin spice that came out a couple of years ago would be fantastic if you wanted to have a morning cup of coffee, throw a little bit of Bailey's pumpkin spice in it and enjoy. If you had a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, it would go exceptionally well with this cigar as a non-alcoholic option. And I think that if you took pumpkin as a flavor, you mixed it in with a pina colada or some other cocktail of some kind, or you took a flavor that was infused with pumpkin spice or pumpkin in general, you would have a great time and a very harmonious pairing with this cigar. So that would be my top recommendation. Grab your favorite PSL, grab your favorite pumpkin spiced whatever the hell it is to you, and enjoy that with this cigar, because honestly, coffee, the pina coladas of the world, some of those great dark molasses rums, cognacs, all of those wonderful spirits and beverages, they'll all pair very, very well with this cigar. It is so much more than just a pumpkin pie with cream, and it's not really even that much of a pumpkin pie. It is just flavors that you would commonly associate if you were having a pumpkin pie and cream, if that makes sense. Cigar is still smoking exceptionally well. This is a number for sure. This is one that I'm going to smoke all the way down because it has not gotten to be too cloying. It has not gotten to have any off flavors. It has not concentrated with any oils or minerality whatsoever. It's just got a little bit of an uptick in white pepper, and then all of the wonderful creamy almondy flavors that were on the cigar before in the first third and the second third are still represented very well. And this is a top candidate for the smaller format cigars of the best of 2022, and I would expect to see this kind of on the list come at the end of the year. But this has been my review of the Ezra Zion Pumpkin Pie and Cream 2022. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, helping to grow the community here at Master Your Ash. I will see you again very soon for another Ezra Zion cigar review.